You repurposed Airbnb last fall when Sandy hit the East Coast, is that right?
Yeah.
So at what point did you realize that you could use this service for emergency housing?
We always knew that that was a potential use of our platform. Our hosts are generous local residents who live all over the world, and we've already seen kind of piecemeal attempts by our community to open their homes to people after a disaster. So we saw after Hurricane Irene a couple years ago that hosts on the East Coast were already doing that. And after Hurricane Sandy, we realized that now was the opportunity for us to really organize that more proactively.
How did you plug into government efforts?
So as one of the directors of public policy at the company, my job is really to build relationships with government at all levels, all over the world, really. And so we already had quite a few relationships with relevant government agencies, both at the federal level, but also at the local level in New York City. And so it was really easy to just call up some of the local contacts we had already to let them know what we were working on and to say, hey, we're going to create this service and this platform. You're welcome to use it however you'd like.
So you had sort of the pre-existing understanding that there were people within your network who were ready to do this, and you also had the contacts to be able to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
It sounded kind of serendipitous.
The key lesson is that we had built all of the key relationships and infrastructure in advance, so it was really easy to repurpose the day after Sandy hit.
What types of data proved particularly useful during all of this?
So every day we log all kinds of data about the transactions that are occurring on the platform and about the individual users, the hosts, the people who open their homes, and the guests, the people who book those homes. So it was really easy after the hurricane hit for us to draw a circle around the region and say, let's contact all of the most active hosts in this region and ask them if they will participate in this effort with us. We had all of their contact information, and we were able to target the perfect hosts, the ones that were most likely to respond because they were the most engaged already.
Interesting. So if another organization wanted to try to do something similar, what steps would you recommend they take? It sounds like it's a lot of pre-existing relationship building.
Well, what made it so successful was that we had a service that was desperately needed, and that was the provision of short-term housing at a local level. And if any other organization wants to do this, I would encourage them to think about what they can uniquely offer and what is most useful in a time of need like this after a disaster, and really play to their strengths. That way they don't have to build any infrastructure, build relationships from scratch. They've already developed this infrastructure and these relationships, and all you need to do is repurpose it and say, hey, we're open for business for this other thing now.
Right.
It's as easy as that if it's something that is already needed.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being with us.
Sure.